Hi everyone, my name is Abhishek and I'm a legal intern at Lexis& Company. So today's my topic is Quran case and the power of judicial review. So let us talk about what is this case. So a public interest litigation has been filed in the Supreme Court by Wasim Rizvi seeking declaration of 26 verses of the Quran as unconstitutional, non-effective and non-functional. So so let us talk about what is this plea is about. So the petition said that the purpose of filing it was to draw attention of the court towards the menace of the Islamic terrorism in India, its source and repercussions. It stated that unfortunately justification given by the Islamist terrorist group for the attacks on non-believers, civilians emanate and from the 26 verses of the Islamic holy book Quran. So the petition contended that these justifications include retribution by armed jihad for perceived injustice and by non-believers against believers, the belief that killing of non-believers is permitted in Islam, the need to establish Islam by forcibly enforcing Sharia law, establishing Islamic State and Caliphate as head of the Islamic State within the country, glorifying the terrorists as martyrs, heavily rewarded of company of opposite sects of martyrdom and supremacy of Islam over all other religions. So, and also the petition added that and on account of these 26 verses, innocent Muslim students studying in the institution providing elementary education get radicalized at very tender age, which is not only against the peace and harmony of the country but also against unity, integrity and sovereignty of the country. So Rizvi said these verses were against the basic tenets of Islam and contrary to the other verses of the Holy Quran which promote equality, forgiveness and tolerance. So in its response, the petition had led to protests among Muslims and several clerics have issued fatwas against the petitioner. In Vishwa Lochan Madan, the Supreme Court also has already observed that such fatwa have no validity. Shia clerics have excommunicated Rizvi from the fold of Shias. Okay. So, let us talk about what are the legal incongruities in the petition. So Rizvi had named 3 secretaries of the center and also 56 private persons as respondents. In purely legal terms, the writ jurisdiction lies against the state, but the person named as respondent are certainly not state within the meaning of the Article 12 of the Constitution. So ideally, he should have made Muslim God Allah as a respondent number 1, as Muslims believe him to be the sole author of the Quran. Under Indian law, ideals are juristic person, and recently Ram Lalla won the historic Babri Masjid case. So the petition also claimed the Quran promotes the terrorism and therefore these 26 verses must be removed. There are a number of laws such as the IPC, UAPA, TADA and POTA etc. that already prohibits and severely punish terror activities. So no terrorist can certainly defend himself by relying on his religious text as the law of the land. So, does the court have jurisdiction in this regard? So under the Indian law, the only few law can be challenged as unconstitutional. Article 13(3) defines law, which includes any ordinance, order, bylaw, rule, regulations, notifications, custom or usage having in territory the force of law. Law is the law in force on the commencement of the Constitution include laws enacted by legislature or other competent authority. So this definition certainly does not cover any religious scriptures including the Quran. Similarly, neither the Vedas or the Gita nor the Bible or the Guru Granth Sahib can be said to be law under Article 13. To term the Quran or other religious scriptures as custom or usage as this petition claims is also absurd. So customs and usage are repeated practice of human beings, and word of divine characters cannot be considered as custom. The divine books can be sources of the law but not law in themselves. Thus the Quran itself is not law for the purpose of Article 13. As a matter of fact, the Quran itself abrogated several shameful customs of Arabs such as female infanticide, and therefore the Quran can never be called custom as well. If Quran is not law, it is not subject to judicial review. No court can sit in a judgment on any sacred book. That's it. Thank you.